Hi there, this is Gary Leroy Newton, team lead with Worth Clark Realty, broadcasting and brought to you here from the Autumn View Gardens assisted living community. Here today joining us is Paul Martino. He is the Director of Sales and Marketing with the Autumn View Gardens. And, here, have enjoyed it. How are you doing today, Paul?
Doing wonderful.
Good, wonderful. Well, listen, I have a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind sharing some with our viewers today.
Absolutely.
The American dream. We have a lot of wonderful people out there. The communities are changing, and the way that people live today, it is a lifestyle, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So and part of this is interesting because as our population ages, we have people that are making decisions about their real estate and about their lifestyle, what they want to do with themselves.
Yes.
So, I want to ask you a couple of questions because I thought that, it would be interesting for, my clients and also for people that's out in the general public to kind of hear straight from the horse's mouth per se,
yeah,
about some of these different things. So can you give us an idea about, what in a community like this is an inclusive, non-inclusive type of living community? What exactly does that mean?
Absolutely, Gary. There's so many communities. Just here in St. Louis, we had 20 open up in the last year. So here at Autumn View Gardens in Ellisville, we're an all-inclusive community. You will never see your care go up in price as your loved one starts to decline. And that includes everything: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your laundry service, transportation to your doctor's appointments, even assistance with showering and getting dressed in the morning, as simple as just being a companion as well, too.
That's interesting. So at what point in time do you know when the right time, when is the right time for someone to consider taking a step into an assisted living community?
Absolutely, Gary. It is a tough decision. Nobody wants to make that transition into leaving their home and going into an assisted living. But if we have eyes and we're going in, if you start to see newspapers building up, maybe mom was very organized with all the bills and you're seeing bills 3 months behind, those are some key indicators to say, hey, what's going on? Maybe get mom to the doctor, see if we need to do a med change. Maybe that may be something simple, or even getting an evaluation done by their primary doctor.
Now, for someone that now is making the transition to deciding of, okay, this is the community that I want to be a part of, this is the lifestyle change that I want to take, what exactly does the loved ones do with their real estate? How does that part work?
Gary, that's a really good question. It depends on how the loved one is set up. They may have a long-term care insurance policy that can help pay for a wonderful community such as Autumn View Gardens, or you can use your property and you can use it as a rental, so that way you have generated income coming in. And then a lot of our residents, what they'll do is they'll go ahead and meet with somebody like you, Gary, and they'll go ahead and sell the home, because it is a big burden if the loved one's children are running their own family.
Wonderful. That's great. So, another interesting question is, in doing some research, I found that some of these are for-profit and some of them are non-for-profit communities. What exactly is the big difference between that?
There is a big difference, Gary. We are a beautiful non-for-profit community. We've been around as an organization for 50 years. This community has been here for 20. We recently went through a renovation in 2015, and now we're going through another renovation here in the new year. So we're always keeping the community looking pretty, shiny, and just making sure that all of the money goes back into the residents and not to the investors, because that's why we're here, Gary, is the residents. Without our residents, I wouldn't have a job.
That's amazing. I love it. Thank you so very much, Paul. It was wonderful. This place is great. It has me thinking, all kind of things of what my lifestyle is going to look like in the future. Thanks so much. And once again, this is Gary Newton with Worth Clark Realty, coming to you in the American Dream. You guys stay tuned.
You just heard from award-winning realtors about your marketplace. It's one thing to find your dream home. It's another thing to finance it. I've traveled the country to find the best mortgage experts in every city. You're going to hear from yours in a Mortgage Minute right now. Let's check it out.